Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be looking at Pete Anderson, who is a 5-star ascendable, 6-star and the first S-class character to enter the game. Now we can't look at this S-class character in the Ascendance Tower. We have to look at him in a very specific place, which is the museum, and we're going to look at the 5-star, 6-star and S-class character in the same position. As you can see, it's a week to claim this character. You have to do some proper roundabout thing of gaining these blue keys in the Premier Wheel, and you have to get a certain amount. I think it's 5,500 or something. For 5-star it's 4,000, then 5,500 for the 6-star, and then 11,000 for the S-class. So you need to pull a lot. Now if you pull, I think someone calculated it, I did see some numbers rolling around, something around the region of $2,000 worth of pulls in the bonus missions, in the bonus rewards. You can get 1/3 of the 5-star character as a guarantee, which is kind of ridiculous for $2,000 if I'm honest. If I was going to pull $2,000 worth, I would think I should get the 5-star character guaranteed 100%. Now obviously I'd have to level up and ascend that character and I'd get the 6-star, but whatever. We'll get into it because this isn't even the cost of this character is one thing, but the character itself is something else. We're going to look at the 5-star version, and it is here. And as a 5-star, he looks, I guess, pretty cool. I don't even care if I'm honest, but he looks pretty cool. I guess he's got just a shirt on, blood everywhere. He looks like a cool character. I'm not really sure who Pete Anderson is. It says Life Among Them. I'm not really sure. Someone from the comics will probably update me on that. He has a 6-star version as well, and his 6-star version is really strong. It's a Generation 2 6-star. He has 1,500 attack, 1,821 defense, and 2,036 HP. He is an alert character, and his role is medic. Now, he has got an attached weapon, which a lot of people would instantly think, well, he's a tough character, but that is an SMG, and when it comes to alert characters, that's what they hold. It's SMGs or pistols. It's basically anything that's not a rifle. So effectively, this guy is an alert character, you know, that's how it goes. We'll look at his rush, and it's called Safeguarded Revival. 76 AP cost. It's the first Revive 2 Generation 2 character, I want to say. I can't really remember any others. And not only does he revive 2, but he also gives the characters that he revives Guardian Shield, and he gets Guardian Shield himself. So that's pretty insane. That's a guaranteed Guardian Shield. Doesn't have to hit a crit, nothing like that, and it's a guaranteed Guardian Shield. He also gives some bonus HP, so it could potentially go to one of the people he revives. I'm not 100% certain how this is going to work, but he himself will gain 50% bonus HP, and so will another teammate, which is, again, pretty good. Now when it comes to his active skill, he is a Zachary counter, but the biggest issue here obviously is Zachary is primarily used on defense teams, especially like 2 of them basically are used on defense teams, and they generally go off at the same time, which is going to kill your characters. So in terms of this cleanse actually being useful, I'm not 100% certain, but if, let's say, your entire team does get hit by Zachary, this guy on turn 1, an initial cooldown of turn 1, where it has all teammates recover from maim, up to 3 teammates who gain 40% HP, is really strong. Now the upside of this obviously is you would use this on an attack team because obviously you want to counter the Zachary defense teams. However, on a defense team, if you just attack one of his teammates just for, like, let's just say 150 damage, he's potentially going to use this active skill just to heal that 150 damage you've done with that 40% HP. It's unclear how this will work. That's how it works with other active skills. Now, if it doesn't work that way, I would be actually really annoyed, because this is how it works with all the free-to-play characters that have those double-edged swords. And like, for instance, League Sandy taunts just for the sake of it when you don't want to taunt. Just, you have a lot of characters that do this, the secondary thing, when you don't want them to do it, you want them to save it for the revive. So if this guy's been programmed to specifically only do it when maim is an issue, like I said, that would be really, really annoying and massively unbalanced towards promo characters, even more so than it already is. Now when we look at his leader skill, he's the first character that has a double stat and an AP gain. I would say this isn't the best one that we're going to ever see, but it is the first one we're going to see. All ranged teammates get 20% HP, 20% defense, and a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. So a little bit of defense and HP, which is like the tanky, Erica lead, but half as powerful, but also gaining a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. So a lot of AP when taking damage. AP when taking damage isn't that big, but this isn't as well as with the already stat boosts. And it really doesn't matter how much of a stat boost you get when it comes to percentages, because all percentages multiply together. So obviously if you have someone with a weapon with defense or HP, they will also get the multipliers come in with this leader skill on top, and it just massively escalates whatever defensive stat they've gone with. A huge bonus to AP when taking damage can also be a massive issue with certain characters on defense teams, like the Zacharys, these sort of guys, because you're trying to control their AP, you're trying to maybe disarm them, and you could potentially just boost their AP just massively, and they get a first turn guaranteed rush if they potentially weren't going to get one anyway. Now his weapon has 30% HP base, it has a medium bonus to AP when taking damage as the upgrade slot, and you probably change that to AP on attack. At the beginning of each wave, all teammates gain 20% bonus HP, so when the fight starts, everyone on your team will gain 20% bonus HP, which is pretty strong if I have to say, but this of course will stack. So if people have 2 Pete Andersons, it'll be 40% bonus HP at the beginning. That's almost a Lydia rush. I think that's more powerful than an Erica bonus HP rush off the start, just straight away, and bonus HP is really strong. People very much underestimate the power of health pools and how hard it is to get through health. This is where I'd normally just do my outro and say, what do you think about this character, but this is where we're going to look at the next thing, guys, and I'm going to be honest, this is basically like an 8-star character. Gen 2's are 7 stars. This guy is an 8-star when it comes to this S-class that is coming in, and well, I've got a lot to think about this character if I'm honest. We'll look at him, and he is in the museum. As you can see, S-Class Pete on the far left-hand side. And I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Like, how do I review this character? How do I roll through it like I would normally do a 6-star? Do I go through the stats? What's the point? What's the point at this stage? I'm going to be honest. His overall stat counter is over 6k. 5.3k for Generation 2, 4.8k for Generation 1. This isn't even Generation 3 6-star, This is beyond. I counted up the amount of free-to-play Generation 2 characters that have been made available. This includes Roxy and Piper, who are not going to be available to everybody. This also includes Sawyer and Jackson, who are absolute trash. And there has been 15 Generation 2 free-to-play characters, including those 4 characters that I just listed. But already we're moving on to Generation 3. I mean, I think we skipped a generation. This is Generation 4, because we've got another 1,000 stat on top. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. This is 6,300 stat. And I don't really know what to say, if I'm honest. We're 6 months since Christmas, where the first Generation 2 character came out. Massive boost. My biggest complaint about a lot of the Generation 2 characters were they were too strong in terms of they had too much going on. It was very hard to expand the power creep from where they were, and they'd have to do ridiculous characters. They did a bunch of the ridiculous characters. You know, Zacharys and Doc Stevens. Where can you go from here? So then you've got to release these S-class characters, which are ridiculous. But again, instantly these S-class characters are coming out just stupid rushes. Like, you've got already power creep from this. The next S-class character has to be stronger than this. Everything's gonna. I mean, I always wonder about games and whether developers play their games. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because you don't need to make a character this powerful to sell it. Well, I mean, maybe at this point, just because of the stupidity that's happened before this, but you didn't have to make the characters within Generation 2 that powerful to sell them. They could have had, could have dialed it back a little bit on every single one of those characters, and they would have been sellable. They still would have been much better than free-to-play. They're already like 3 times more powerful than any free-to-play character, a lot of those Generation 2 characters. Even the worst Generation 2 characters is just like comparable to like the best free-to-play characters. So, let me just go through the basis of what is changed in the S-class character. 1,000 extra stat overall. He's got 2,200 HP, 2,200 defense, so he is a tank, basically. Forget the medic role. He doesn't need mods. Like, he doesn't actually need combat mods. He's already got such insane base stats. But with combat mods on top, he can get nearly 3k HP and defense, which is ridiculous. He's not going to need to raise his attack at all because he doesn't have any attack potential. So now we'll look at the rush, and obviously it's been buffed quite massively. Revive 2 teammates with 60% of their max HP. It is 50% as a 6-star Generation 2 character. Those teammates get Guardian Shield. Before it was Pete Anderson himself gets Guardian Shield and those teammates, but the last part, this character and up to one other teammate gain 60% bonus HP, up from 50%, and get Guardian Shield. So Pete Anderson still gets his Guardian Shield, but they also add it to potentially another character. So with his rush, potentially 4 Guardian Shields are going to proc, which I don't know, is very strong. It's a guaranteed Guardian Shield. It will combat certain, defense team mechanics as well within, like Negan, for instance, payback. You can then rush afterwards with very, very little fear of having the payback really do much to your team because you've got Guardian Shields everywhere. So obviously this has been boosted massively. The active skill has been buffed massively as well. It is still Recover, Maim and Heal. The initial cooldown remains the same at 2, but now it's got a cooldown of 1 compared to having a cooldown of 3. Number of uses is now 20, so it can just be spammed if required, which is... This is all teammates regaining 40% HP every turn. Every turn. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what to say here. I almost feel like this is April 1st. Am I getting trolled here? Because this is a joke. This character gains 35% AP as well, so he's going to gain AP through this active skill. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm reading right now. It's beyond. It's beyond. Like, like you're sitting around the table and you're trying to determine that character you're going to release as a legacy free-to-play character, and you're like, we don't want to make him too strong, that Jackson, and literally, you're releasing this character like legitimately less than a month later. You could have made Jackson like one of the best characters in the game and he would still be useless when you release this character. So I don't even understand I don't even understand it. I don't understand it at all. There's no balance. I don't have any problem with really powerful characters getting released. It's just there's zero balance. Zero balance. The leader skill gets a buff as well. All ranged teammates get 30% HP, 30% defense, both up from 20%, and a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. So the huge bonus stays the same. We didn't get like a monstrous bonus. There's no extra AP bonus. That's coming though, don't worry. 12 AP on defense, 12 AP on attack. That'll be coming soon. That'll be the next S-class thing. Extra AP gain for S-class characters, because obviously people who buy promos are just so bad at the game that they need these sort of characters. That's all I'm seeing right now. If you're literally looking at this character like, yeah, I need this character, then you really need to just learn how to play the game, because you do not need this character to be good at the game. You don't need to have this character to actually play the game and have fun. And if you do, I don't know what to say to you. You do realize that these sort of characters are the ones that are actually killing off the game for like 99% of the community. Just look at this and just like, okay, this is just stupid. That's the game right now, unfortunately. The weapon stays the same. I can't believe they didn't buff this weapon. That's unbelievable. I would not get this character because they did not buff this weapon now. You gotta laugh, guys. You gotta laugh. Gotta keep the smile. Otherwise, what are you gonna live for? What are you gonna live for? God damn. 30% HP, all the stuff the same. Beginning of each wave, all teammates get 20% bonus HP. But I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, where do we go from here? I'll just guess what the next S-class character will be. I want to see the next S-class damage dealer. Just collateral damage, 2,400 base attack, that sort of deal. Just nowhere to really maneuver. There's not really a lot going on in this game anymore. It all revolves around PvP. I'm not even thinking about how much this is going to kill off something like Walker Hordes. Can you imagine this guy being on a defense in Walker Hordes? And the fact that someone could potentially get this guy as S-class and get him as a 6-star as well. Because you can get both. You don't need the 6-star to get the S-class character. You could potentially get 3, I think. You could potentially get all 3. The 5-star, an S-class character, and, you know, the 6-star Gen 2. And just in terms of pure tankiness, that's going to be really hard to take down in something like Walker Hordes. And then when that active skill gets pumping, 40% HP every turn from 3 characters. Well, actually no, only from this guy. Sorry, it's not that overpowered, my bad. I was wrong, guys. This guy's absolutely balanced. Oh god, I hate myself sometimes. I wish I just didn't. I wish I wasn't just like a happy-go-lucky kind of guy sometimes, and just be like, man, I wish I cared about it now. But it's just beyond. It's beyond caring, I guess. But that's it. That's the end of my video, guys. That's 5-star ascendable Pete Anderson, 6-star Gen 2 Pete Anderson, and S-class practically 8-star Pete Anderson, who I guess was desperately needed to be in the game to make money. That's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.